You know what gets me? I'm sitting here creating media, and I should be showing y'all the media I'm creating. Matter of fact, can I record this? Record my screen? Yeah, I can record my screen, huh? Oh, let's do that right now then. Okay, so I'm sure many of you are like, wow, Doc, this is crazy. What are you doing? Why you got all these tabs open? What's going on here? Well, I'm in the midst of creating a blog post. And I start to think about the things that are going on while I'm creating this blog post. And I start to think about how I'm looking at life. And I'm sure that many of you are just not really looking at it the same way I am. I'm sure many of you are falling in all the chaos of all the hype that's out there, and not just the hype that's out there about AI, the hype that's out there about our political atmosphere, the hype that's out there about other countries and what's going on in other countries, the hype that's out there about things that are going on as you walk down the street, things that you go on as you deal with at work, people that are just having a lot of emotional torment and a lot of emotional changes, right? I bet many of you are going through that right now, right? I know I've seen it. I've seen it more than ever. And I find that I've started to become like some of these streamers out there and broadcasters out there where I want to stay in the house more, where I don't want to be out in public anymore unless it is something that I'm doing at an event with a group of people. Then I don't want to just be spending time walking down the street. Another reason why you find me out there walking down the street. You see, because one of the things that I find myself focusing on is, what is our future going to be like? How are people going to really deal with their future if they don't even know what their job is going to be? I think I said this in the last podcast, and this post that I'm putting out today starts this week of, have you thought about your job future? Instead of thinking about what is already out there. Stop thinking about what's already out there. Let's think about what you can create, what you can manifest, what you can come up with. And now, I know my coach is going to be like, oh, are you talking about manifestation? Oh. No, I'm not talking about manifestation. This is the time, actually, for manifestation. What do you really want to do? What do you want to create? What is your truth? And start to think about ways you can reverse engineer doing that job. Because the point of manifestation is only one part of building your future. Manifestation is what we do each and every day, coming up with ideas. And as my coach will tell you, you need to be coming up with as many ideas as possible. You should be trying to come up with at least 100 ideas a day. Now, that's probably overboard because that's his way, but at least you should be coming up with 10 ideas a day and then looking at the top 3 and saying, okay, out of these 10 ideas, these top 3 are the most important, and let me work on these today. Now, these ideas could span your business, what you're doing with your business, how you're doing things in your business. They could span from the idea that you would probably want, like me. I figure that if I'm going to do these ideas, I'm going to pick a few places in my business. And if I pick a few places in my business, then I'm going to be able to work on 3 or 4 different areas, or maybe 2 or 3 different areas in my business and improve it. Now, one thing is, some people don't like to do that. I do, because I have to have that variety shakeup during the day. I have to start with one thing, jump to another thing, and then really fix what that one thing, and go back and fix something else. Because what it does is allow me to create better. Now, of course, if I'm working on something that needs to be straight through and done that day, then I go ahead and work on it that day, right? And I work through it. And I might find variety where I'll take a break in it, and I might play an instrument. I might do something else that changes the energy around me so that I can relieve myself of some of the drudgery, all right? And I think that's important because we forget that when we're attempting to do remedial tasks, that we will get caught up in being bored with them. And part of remedial tasks get us or help us be more experienced at what we're going to do. It actually helps us practice at being more experienced about what we need to do. Well, as I was talking about before, those experience or those who have experience with those tasks are going to be the ones training the machines. And if those are the ones training the machines, then other people won't be able to get in those startup positions anymore because the machines will be doing those. So we have to start figuring out new jobs and training people on the new jobs to come up with those scenarios. Like, as you might see here, or, that on my screen, I'm coming up with different jobs. And if you haven't seen this post, it should be out there. If you want to find the best way to it, you can go to digitalmediamoney.com. That is my blog. Or if you really want to know more about this post and know more about this blog post, and you don't want to just go directly to digitalmediamoney.com, I've also posted a little bit of it, just a little bit of it, on LinkedIn. And if you get more curious, you can click on that link and come in to find out more, because this is a bigger post and I don't want to really paginate too much on LinkedIn when I have this much information that I'm writing and reorganizing that is my writing. And so, as you see, I haven't reorganized it because I've gone through editing, so some things aren't really reorganized, like this right here. And I'm still working through things and trying to make things the way I would actually lay it out. And I really want to let people know that, you know what? Actually, I'm going to do this way. I really want people to know that I'm focused on changing not just what I do or how I've been growing, but helping people change how we grow as a community out here. And when I say that, I'm full of a community of creators, writers, entertainers, business people. I'm in a network of so many different areas of people that we all have to start thinking about this. Many of our jobs are at risk. Some people's jobs will never be at risk. That's just the way it is. But many of our jobs are really at risk because we all do maybe only one portion of what we can be doing at that job. I've talked about this before about being entrepreneurs. The more we're entrepreneur, the more we're able to see more of the top down and look down into the job and see what else can be done. How many more ways can we make money within this career base? How can we expand our position and grow within the company, or even step out of the company and be a competition to the company? So these are things that I've thought about and gone over in my head over and over and over again. And I'm not going to have all the answers. I'm only one person. And the thing about me being one person is that I can only know and do so much. And that's why we work with a team of people. And that's why we put together ideas with AI. And that's why we come up with solutions together. Because it's not about one person doing this alone. You can't do it alone. We have to have some kind of accountability. And accountability comes from people around us working together with us. And that accountability keeps us on track and keeps us focused on our goal. And so that's why I'm really adamant about showing you all ways, but not just showing you all ways, giving you all the solutions free out there. It's out there. I'm putting it out there as much as I can where I'm not involved, where you can go read it at any time, in books, in blog posts, in anything. And the information is free for you to read. But like I said, we all need accountability somewhere. We all need somebody standing by our side saying, come on, man, let's do this. Coaching us along, saying, no, you can do this. Because our confidence drops. Our confidence drops off when the chips are stacked against us. Our confidence drops off when we get through burnout or we end up in burnout. Our confidence falters when we fail more than once. You see, we have to be able to build up that tough skin so that we can fail 15, 20, 30, 40 times, because it is the path of failure that leads us to success. And many people don't think that. Many people don't feel that way. And yes, I'm excited about this because I'm passionate about it. I'm so passionate about it, I'm stopping my writing here, stopping and really digging in, because I really, really, really want y'all to think about these things. I really want y'all to give yourself the benefit of the doubt. I think a lot of us don't give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. I think a lot of us believe that, well, I can't do it. I'm just not capable of doing it. I'm not made for this. Like I said before, we all falter. We all fail. But failure is the pathway to success. It's what we need in order to understand. And if it's not our failure, we're learning from somebody else's failure. You see how important that is? When we talk to a coach or we talk to somebody who's been there, done that, they talk about their failures and what not to do. And if we're actually listening and writing down and taking in the information, we're growing too. This is what I mean about being signal proof. We're taking the truth, the knowledge, the information that we know is good, that we know is proven, and we're taking that and we're integrating it into ourselves, and we're taking our own truth and saying, okay, what can I do? What can I do? Who am I? What do I want to do? Where do I want to go with this? And what is the truth about what I want to do? All right. Do I have the knowledge to do what I want to do? Do I need to go out there and get more knowledge? You know? Or do I need to go out there and get more people with knowledge, loyalty? Who do I want to do this with? How do I want to do this? Because you're going to need people no matter what. The only way you can serve people is by having people, whether it be a coach telling you how to do it. Because even if you're a sole proprietor and you're just a coach and you coach other people, you need another coach telling you how to coach better. You need other coaches telling you things that you might miss. You need other people. Machines, as I'm telling you, already showing you right now, machines need us more than people think that they need us. Because we need to train these machines, right? We still need to train them physically with mocap and other tools. You know? And so I think this is where people get a little blindsided by what's really going on in society. And when we get blindsided by what's really going on in society, we forget that we have the power to do much more. I put it in the wrong place. And I put the wrong tag on it because I didn't finish it. That's right. All right, so, and I think right here is where I want the video. All right, we'll put that right there. And so when we do this type of work, as I said, when we pay attention to what yeah, see, I can't put it there. That way I have to do it the old-fashioned way. To what we're doing, we start to look around and we start to see our mistakes. Just like I just showed you, I made a mistake. I made a mistake that I wouldn't have noticed had I stopped to take a closer look at what I was doing. You know, because I am essentially multitasking, you know, or as what the truth is task switching, because nobody multitasks. Even computers do not multitask. They switch tasks faster than humans do. So, you know, actually, you know what? Let's keep it like that. I like that. And then we need to put a space in there. We need to bring this back up. All right, that's the machine layer. Then we get down to human rights capabilities, what I'm talking about. So when we start to talk about this, that people have to train machines, We need to start digging back into who are getting paid to train these machines. People got to get paid to train the machines. And actually, once you train the machine, who owns that training? Is the corporation that's paying you to train the machine own that training? Well, in most corporations, that's actually how it works. If you're paid by the company to do it directly, and you are hired by that company, they tell you when to come to work and what time to come to work. All this encapsulated in one idea. If this is the way it is, right? Then you actually do not own the product. They're paying you a salary, have you doing a regular job, and they tell you when, they schedule when your time. Now, if they contract you and say, okay, it's your company doing it, now you do own it. If they call you in as a sole proprietor to come in and you don't really work for the company, but you come and work for them for that small moment in time being, it's all about how you set it up. How do you want to set it up? Many of you out there have skills that need to be bought so that these machines know how to do it. And if you're going to watch this video that I'm putting up here, this video that I'm going to embed right here is pretty much talking about that. It gets in a little bit deeper about, is there an embed? Video link. Okay, I've got to do it over here. That's not it. Okay. So, there it is. The future of jobs. I created this video. I did a little AI, to create this video. So don't think that I did a lot of work and then I turned around and put it in Notebook LM and had it do some. And then I started to do some and I've even had to edit the Notebook LM stuff. So don't think that this is just me easily throwing this in AI. Nope. There was a lot more work to this. So, and as you see, I'm still working. Oh, shoot. I'm still working on this in several different ways because this project has taken me most of the morning to complete. I'm past my usual time. Usually by 10 a.m. I would have everything out. But it's taken me about 3 hours to put everything together because it's a bigger project. I made a video for it, not just a video for it. I'm put a blog out for it. I also have a post for it. I had to redo the video. Let me see what we got going on here. That's not what I want. I need this. And you see, I'm in here also having to do old stuff like coding things that should already be, probably coded already into what we're actually doing here. But I mean, it's just easy coding to make sure it's centered, and so I'm putting a video in between here. And then I'm using ChatGPT, as you'll see, to make an image for all right, boom. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to do it that far down because I don't want. There we go. And I'll take that out just so it doesn't confuse it. And the last image. And did I check these images? No. You know why? Because I'm going to read through them again. And if I have to redo them, because it's not done yet. The post is not done yet. It's not going out. And so when I QC the whole thing, yes. And I'm probably going to put this out tonight. But I wanted to have it ready by 12 p.m. And I may or may not have it ready by 12 p.m. I might be close. And then I'll QC it later on tonight before I put it out. So, but I'm pretty much there. I did want to have it ready by 10, and I knew I'd take a little longer with this one because I added extras. There's also a podcast episode that I'll be putting in the bottom here, which I need to go ahead and do that now. Let's see here. Go ahead and grab this thing. Podcast should go down here. Well, actually, podcast should go right here. Yeah, I give y'all a lot of content all in one area, right? There's a lot of content all in one area. A video, a podcast. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all in one area. You just got to come to Digital Media Money, a site that I've had up for a while, that I leave for everybody to go ahead and enjoy, you know? So, boom. Podcast about the same thing, a video about the same thing. This about it, that about it. I mean, you can't complain when I'm giving you everything. So let me get my SEO stuff, which is at the top. But I also need to put this photo in here, which should be ready by now, right? Image should be ready. Nope, still going. So if we're going to have this capability of people having this ownership of their own products, their own devices, their own skills, that's the word I'm looking for, their own experience. If we're going to have people having ownership of their own experience, there's going to need to be some kind of agent in the middle. There's going to need to be some kind of group in the middle, some kind of business in the middle. And so I'm kind of giving this away out here, but I'm giving this away because maybe I'm not the only one thinking about this. Maybe there's some people we can work with to come together to make a committee or a council or some kind of team that can make this happen. Maybe there's a group of us that can be signal proof enough to cut through the noise and help people maintain some kind of jobs and make some kind of direction for these people to grow. People understand that I just named a whole bunch of positions in this particular blog post. So when you read this post, it's not about one person doing this. This is a group of people to help groups of people. And so I want y'all to think about that for a moment. As I'm continually creating this for you all, putting this content out here, putting this info out here, I want y'all to think about this. How can we all get together? And I know people are like, oh, it's not about helping people. It's about doing business. Well, you know what? In this next day and age, it's going to be about helping people. Because if you're just doing business and not helping people, I can go ahead and hire a robot to do business for me. That's the truth about it. And so when you hear people who are multimillionaires saying that, don't listen to them. Yeah, I mean, it might be good not to use the word because, people may not think that you're doing business properly because you're saying, I'm helping people. But the truth is, we are all helping people. We have to help people. When we serve people, we are helping people. So anybody trying to change the language right now in a time that we need more people to help people, it's just blinded to the fact of what the future is going to be. Because they're probably in a privileged enough scenario that they don't even have to worry about not ever having the job. So let's wake people up out here and let's start getting people looking at what the technology industry may be overlooking, what our world may be overlooking, what our life, our government may be overlooking, and what our lives need to not overlook. And so, yes, I am letting imagery just get into my mind as I write this. as you see, because I'm making these photos. And that's why I wanted to make sure that I recorded this video so that you can see the video as well. I'm hoping that the video is showing. I mean, it says it's recording the entire screen, but got to make sure, later. But if it's not, then I'll be editing this audio down and making it work somehow, But I wanted to give y'all a little insight into my Media Mondays. Oops, I already did that. I don't need that. I need this. Oh, before I do that, I want to grab this so I have it in advance. This is multi-mind thinking here, because I know I got to put a tag in there. All right. And so the one thing I do know is that tempus fugit, time's wasting. We only got a few years to make the transition work for each of us individually. A few years is not a lot of time when we talk about the span of our lives and the span of the generations behind us lives. The span of, our children and our children's children, which, as I told y'all before, I don't have any children, but I do think about my nieces and my nephews and what they may have to go through, and although they may not know this because I'm not around as I'm that uncle, just like my uncle, he was never really around. I'm never really around as much either. However, I still think about them because I know they have a lot to go through. And when I'm not around them, I'm also thinking about them because I know that the industry that I was in is cold-hearted and can make many things happen to a lot of people. And that leverage of family sometimes is not the best thing, for what goes on in our entertainment industry. And as I said, as some of y'all are becoming more and more aware. But, hey, I did grow up in a time where I walked into death row and I could see what was really going on, though. Delivering mail to death row and deciding I want to leave the music industry, and somehow ended up joining the military. So let's figure that out for a second. So with that being said, got my meta description. I'm going to go ahead and use that. And jobs not invented is what I want to use. It should already say by me. Oops. There we go. All right. I think I got the blog post ready. Save. Go continue with the Fede. Save. I'm going to publish and it's ready. Save. 22. We getting Fede. Hey. See, some people don't know that this is me on a regular basis. I'm like this. I'll be making up songs. I'll be making up all kind of stuff while I do work. So my eyes are sensitive and I don't like to be on the camera a lot. So, but I'm going to start recording more of this where I'm doing stuff on the screen, and you'll hear me just bounce off into stuff while I'm working on stuff at the same time, while I'm just making, actually, I don't want this second, while I'm making media happen, or while I'm doing work, it's pretty much all media. I'm all in this creating media. I forgot to add keywords. Didn't I? Isn't that a bia? So alternate text. No, I want post description real quick. And this is jobs not invented. One, I think that's what it was, but I'm gonna give it this title anyway. Keywords, I gotta do keywords. And since I'm lazy, she's. I'm gonna have to make one. You know what? I'll just do it here. And I say lazy, but I'm just utilizing the tool just to take it to the next level of what we should all be doing. You know what I mean? Because I believe that we should all be utilizing tools like this to save us time. You shouldn't be sitting there writing a list of keywords. And I spelled for wrong, but we shouldn't be sitting here writing a list of keywords out. Smaller, smaller. Make it for a blog. All right, there it is. Boom. All right, we're right here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, this is the problem though with my blog thing. It will get in the way thing. Down me down my gap arrow. Don't ask me why I'm singing Christmas carols. La 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 la. I told you I'd be doing this stuff. I told you I'd be doing this stuff. Y'all don't believe me? I told you I'd be doing this stuff. Hey, 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 I told you I'd be doing this stuff. This is the Doc Show. Told you I'd be doing this stuff. When a way to go, I gotta told you I'd be doing this stuff. While I'm working up, I gotta told you I'd be doing this stuff. Makes the man, makes the told you I'd be doing this stuff. The drudgery plan, hey, I tell you, this is how I get through the drudgery. And each and every day I'm at the flow that be making me feel like I'm on scene. Occupational R&D. The future of jobs, you see, it's going through my mind, it's flowing through my spine. I'm getting it from the divine eyes and saying it's time that I get up and stand up and tell it. You don't know what I'm telling, Reggae. See what I'm saying? I can't help it that I do these things. And I think that's kind of weird that I do these things, you know, and somehow I just messed that up. I don't know how I just messed up. I hit enter like I was supposed to, and then now it's just gone. So I don't know what happened. So now I got to go back to over here, you know, and go from AI jobs. Matter of fact, let's just do this to make this easier on me, because part of the problem with this right now is these commas. Oops. So let's get rid of the commas, and this will make this flow more. Actually, part of the problem is that I have to put one word at a time in here in order to do it. And I don't understand why you wouldn't make something that's just separated by commas. I mean, that's like industry standard, but you know, hey, they haven't thought about that yet. Whoever programmed it, all right, they thought about it. Oops. Oh, okay. It just moved. They thought about it, but they probably didn't think of how they could do it, because they probably just either weren't paid enough for it or they just didn't care. Let's just get real. They just didn't pay enough for it, or they just didn't care. They expect you to only do a certain amount of these, which I like to do at least 10 or more. Because they're, the keywords. I mean, man, come on, man. Come on. Don't you understand? What the heck? I just did that. You see that? You see what happened? It disappeared on its own. I don't know what's going on with this thing now. It's acting funny. So I will do this, copy. I will do this. I will do it one more time. Now that I've published that, I'm still not done. You see, because I'm still going to a next level here. Did I put it LinkedIn hook? The future is still being written. Oh, shoot. Did I double check it before I published it? No. I wasn't done publishing it, and I wasn't actually done checking it out. What are these 3 and 4? And that's for me, quick changes right there. Get the 3 and 4 out of there. I forgot to check the photos too, the images. No, those are separate on purpose. Separate. Actually, with these. There we go. All right. Save, update settings, update it. Now that that's updated, I want to go over to LinkedIn. And we go on AI No Hype. And we go. No. Create. Publish an article. Upload. Or do I want this? Actually, no. Let's use this image. Let's go ahead and use this image, but also, now that I've used this image, go ahead and paste this down in here. Go ahead and fix this up right here. Okay. Now, here's where the trickery goes. Oh, that's right. The whatchamacallit is that this I need to be the one that I was looking at. Put that on LinkedIn. I need to look at that though. See if it's saying what I want it to say. The future of work should not be reduced to predicting which AI jobs will eliminate. We also need to decide which new forms of human work should be deliberately created. I don't like this right there. Which is a disciplined approach to designing, prototyping, testing, and establishing occupations for. I don't know why I did that. Bold. Shouldn't do that on that. Where's the image? It's so weird. The image is gone. What's going on? All right. Next. Um, Alexa, read notifications. Again? Onto air quality edition.
Right now, almost every conversation about the future of work starts with the exact same questions. Which job?
Yeah, I got quiet because now I'm doing the end part, trying to figure out, oh, there it is. Why doesn't it have a featured log? Why can't I pin this post? All of a sudden, I can't pin the post. Is it because these are full? Oh, I got to do it this way now, huh? That's how you got to do it. Except for LinkedIn. So we take the blog, and we take the post. No. Yeah. We take it all together. That's what I was supposed to be doing. Haha. So that's what I was supposed to be doing. Now, one of them has what I was looking for. Edit this post. Bada bing. See. I haven't gone to social media at all. This whole realm of everything, the only one I went to, and I don't really consider LinkedIn as much social media as because I was posting there, is LinkedIn. Now I can go and I might actually go to Instagram directly and post something for this image that I've been futzing around with, this grayish image. I don't know if I have it. Yeah, this one right here. The future of work image. I might post this out. Not sure yet. Still thinking about it. But we'll see where things go. But with that being said, I have just shown you how I did that process of getting all that end content out once it was ready. Once the content was ready, I just showed you how I posted a blog post with that content, all the content and made it one, cohesive thing in about less than an hour. So I hope that if you are having issues with doing this, that there's a process to it. There's a process that I take, there's a process that I know, and there's a process that I understand. And if we can set you up with a process that you can do on a regular basis, that you get through with on a regular basis, you'll be able to do the same thing. So this was just me randomly doing this because this is what I do. And so this is one of the facets of what I do. I do several things. I do a lot of presentations. I do a lot of coaching. I do a lot of speaking. I do a lot of working with people and figuring out ways we can reinvent solutions in their business. So, I mean, that's the best way I can put it because I'm a man of many tasks. However, I work with several different people who work with me and help me get these tasks done as well. So stay tuned if you want to know more. And if you like what I've been talking about, if you like what I'm showing here, make sure you stop by YouTube, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a subscription, and also you can stop by, as you saw, I have the podcast. You can stop by Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, or even Apple Music and subscribe to us there. Or you can come by on any of our social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and LinkedIn, and you can connect with us there as well. Just share what you think. I just want to know what you think because it's important that we all communicate, we all get our points across, and we all start to listen to each other and not be so divisive, but start to unite through ears first, mouth later. We got 2 ears, 1 mouth. And I know I forget about that often, but sometimes we just need to pause before we react. It's part of being signal proof. Stay tuned, folks. This is Doc. I'm out of here.